Hello good day viewers, in today's tutorial we are going to see the projectile motion. So we are going to solve 5 problems under the projectile. So let's say you are given a question like this and you have been given option A, B, C. In case for those that they are doing CVT or objective question. So the first question says that a ball rolls horizontally off a cliff. Let's say a ball horizontally at what? Horizontally off a cliff at 20 seconds. It takes 20 meters per second and it takes 10 seconds to hit what? To hit the ground. So calculate the height of the cliff and horizontal distance traveled by the ball. We are given this option, this option, these options. So therefore the velocity Vx, it is equals to 20 meters per second. And therefore the time, it is equals to 10 seconds, and therefore we are talking about the ground, so we must have what? Acceleration, which is what? 9.8 meters per second as usual. So what relation are we going to use? Whenever I write a formula, so you have to keep it down. So we have to use h, it is equals to what? A half at squared. A half at squared, this should now be half multiplied by 9.8 into 10 square, which is what? Which is 100. So therefore if I multiply this and multiply this, what should I going to get? So therefore the height, it is equals to what? 490 meters. So calculate the height of the cliff and horizontal distance travel. The horizontal distance travel, which is the range, it is equals to Vt, and therefore R, it is equals to, take a look to this formula and what? And this. Kindly wrote them down. So therefore I have to say the V20 multiplied by the time, which is 10, and this should now be equals to, if I say 20 multiplied by 10, I'll get what? 0, 0, 0, and therefore I have 2. So therefore this should now be what? 200 meters. So as we can see, our final answers are what? 490 meters and what? 200 meters. So let's check the option. We have 491 now. This is not the answer. This is also not the answer. So where is the answer? Yes, this is the answer, 490 and 200 meters. Kindly write this formula down. A half at square and a range, which is equals to Vt. The next question says that a ball rolls off a cliff that what? That it takes for what? For the ball to hit the ground. So we are going to calculate the time whereby the ball hits what? Hits the ground. So I have to say h, it is equals to a half t square. So what is the height? The height, which is 200, it is equals to a half multiplied by 9.8 multiplied by t square. I'm looking for the value of t. So this shall now be equals to 200, it is equals to 9.8 divided by the value of 2, which is 4.9 t what? T square. So if I divide both sides by what? 4.9, this will cancel this, and therefore t square, it is equals to what? 200 divided by the value of 4.9. If I take the root, square root of both sides, this will cancel this, and t, it is equals to, if I say 200 divided by the value of answer, this should now be square root of what? 40.816. So I have to take the square root of answer. So this should now be t, which is equals to 6.389 seconds. So let's check whether we can find the answer. 6.389, 6.399, 6.3, yes, 6. Yes, this is the right answer. 6.3899 seconds. So let's take a look to the third question. So therefore, if we take a look to the third question, a particle is projected with a speed of what? Speed, which is the velocity of what? 82 meters per second. At what? At an angle of 30 degrees. And we are given the ground, which is the g, as what? 9.8. So we are to find the height, we are to find the range, and we are to find the time of flight. So what will be the value of height, the formula of height? So you have to take note of this formula of height, range, and time, which is what? U square sine square theta over what? Sine square theta over 2g. So we are to find the height, so and therefore we are to find what? We are to find the range. Range which is u square sine 2 theta over what? Over g. So what is the formula of the time of flight, which is 2u sine theta over g? So we are going to use these formulas to find the height, range, and what? And time of flight. So let's find the height. Height, I have 82 squared. Square multiplied by what? By sine square. You have to take note. If you say sine 30, because we have 30 degree as our angle, after saying sine 30, when it gives you 1 over 2, so you have to square it. So therefore it will now be 1 over 4 divided by the value of 19.6. 2 multiplied by what? 9.8. 2 multiplied by 9.8, it will give you 19.6. So after then I will say 82 squared multiplied by a half divided by 19.6, but here I have sine what? I have sine 30. So this should now be 85.77 meter. So this is what? This is the value of the height. So therefore if I am to find the range, this should now be equals to what? U squared, which is 82 squared multiplied by what? Sine 2 theta, which is sine what? Sine 2 what? The theta, which is what? Which is 30, and divide by what? The value of what? 9.8. So what should I going to get? I'll get 82 squared multiplied by, I will say sine 30, and then I will multiply by what? Multiply by 2. So this should now be equals to what? The 594 multiplied by, okay, 594.2. So what will be the time of flight? Time of flight should be equals to 2 multiplied by 82 sine what? Sine 30 divided by what? 9.8. So this should now be 2 multiplied by 82 multiplied by 1 over, or let me say 0.5 divided by 9.8, which is equals to 8.367 what? 7 seconds. So let us check the option. We have this. Which option has the same as 85.77? Yes, we have 85.77. This one is 7. So therefore 85.77, what will be the range? 594.2. Yes, and therefore the time, which is 8.367, and there is no one that has the same answer like this. So therefore A will be what? Will be the final answer of this. So make sure you write these formulas. The next thing that I'm going to do, let's move to the next question. A ball is released from a rest and drop straight down, starting as a height, which it means the height, which is what? 800 meter. How long will it take to hit the ground? How long? So we're going to find what? The time. So height, it is equals to a half what? 80 squared, and which is equals to 800 a half multiplied by 9.8 of what? Of t square. This is the same thing as saying 800, it is equals to half of this, it will give me what? 4.9 t square. Divide both sides by 4.9. This will cancel this. So therefore t square, it is equals to 800 divided by the value of what? 4.9. So I say 800 divided by the answer, I'll get t square, which is equals to 163.265. Take the square root of both sides, and therefore t should now be equals, if I take the square root of this answer, so I'll get 12.78 seconds. So I have 12.78, I have 12 seconds. No, 9.8, 12.78 seconds. So this D is what is the final answer of this question. So from question 4, how long from this question, how long will it take to reach the ground if what? If the ball was thrown down with an initial speed of 30 meters per second? So I will leave this question for you so that you can solve it and keep the answer in the comment section. But I have to give you the hint. The hint is that C is the final solution. So therefore you can keep the solution, or you can tell me what process can you be able to use, or the formula that you can use to find what? To find this as 10.08 seconds. Let's suppose you are given this in exam, how far its long is and speed and something else. So how can you first solve it? The answer, which is 10.6. Good luck. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.